Hello everyone. If you're here, you're probably struggling with rooms 90 to 99, also known as the greenhouse. The first time I got to it, I had no idea what to do and died pretty quickly. Fortunately, I now have a pretty good idea of what's going on, so in this video I'd like to break down the greenhouse and everything in it, and the best way to survive. First of all, the greenhouse is a series of mostly empty, dark rooms. They always appear after the courtyard, which is at room 89. Sometimes, a greenhouse room will appear in room 88, but this is a bug and will probably be patched soon. If you find one, interact with it like a regular greenhouse room. Anyway, each greenhouse room is almost identical in terms of layout. They're all either plain rectangles, or L-shaped. Strange cupboards will be scattered around the edges of the rooms, which will be vital when entities start showing up. Like regular dark rooms, screech will often show up. An interesting fact is that, if you are holding a light source, the chances of it appearing get smaller. In the greenhouse, many entities can spawn, and their chances of spawning are raised dramatically. The most common of these is rush, but eyes and even ambush can spawn in these rooms. Another entity to note is snare, who is an annoying entity exclusive to the greenhouse. I will now go into depth for each entity and exactly what you should do to avoid them all. The second most common entity in the greenhouse is rush. Rush is notable because there are no lights to flicker, which means that you have to rely on sound only. Because of the rain ambience, it can be hard to hear rush until it gets too close. For this reason, whenever you open a door, stand next to a cupboard and listen very closely for about 10 seconds. This will make it easier to hide if you hear rush. If you have a candle, it will glow blue when an entity is coming, although if it glows blue it might be because of screech. Regardless of that, a candle is still very helpful if you aren't sure if an entity is coming. Also, keep in mind that when rush comes barreling towards you, it will open another door, which can spawn rush again. So after rush passes, stand next to the cupboard for a while longer and keep listening. Once you're sure that you're safe, you should walk to the next door and repeat this. Eyes is an uncommon entity in the greenhouse, but still shows up sometimes. If you see it, treat it just like you would if you saw eyes in a regular room. Keep your head down if you have to walk through it. You can actually use eyes to your advantage, since it produces quite a lot of light and you can use it to help find the door. Ambush also rarely shows up. There isn't too much to say about ambush in this case. When listening out for rush, listen out for ambush as well, and remember that it rebounds and comes back multiple times, so jump in and out of the closet quickly every time it moves away. The final entity is important, and is exclusive to the greenhouse. It is called snare, and it hides on the dark floor. If you walk over it, you will be temporarily trapped, and you'll take 40 damage. It is very annoying, and will often be lethal if rush or ambush shows up while you're stuck. This entity is the main reason why you should walk through the greenhouse slowly. It can be hard to see in the dark, so a flashlight, or another light source, is strongly recommended. If you don't have one, walk very slowly and watch your step. So that's all of the entities covered. Something to note is that, if you can't find the next door, you can always stand still for a minute. If you can avoid screech, guiding light will highlight the door, and you will easily be able to find it. Watch out for snare on your way out. The last thing I have to say is for the end of the greenhouse. In the last room, you'll find door 99. When you go through that, the lights won't flicker, but rush or ambush can still spawn. So, when you go through door 99, stand next to a cupboard and listen out for them. Fortunately, this is the last time they can spawn, and once you're sure that they're gone, you can relax. For now. You're going to have to beat the figure now. But hey, that's not part of the greenhouse. I've made a separate video on room 100, so you can check that out if you want. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you've gotten to the end, you probably enjoyed it, so feel free to like and subscribe I guess. I'll see you all next time.